MYM had some cleanest price action today. So what we are seeing is a MYM 5 minutes time frame. What I would like to show you first is like what really happened during the pre-market section. So during the pre-market section, we can see that market created a double top below this value area low from previous day value area low, which is 53,560, and you can see during the Asia session it rejected, and during the London session it retested and rejected the value low. So when we open the New York session, we can see that market created a new range on the top. Market started to trade on the tapering on the top. So we can see this, there was a tapering in between 520 to 440 range. So market was around this price action, all right. So but what we have to understand is if you wanted to short for the day, because your analysis aligned with the Asia session and the London session. Now during the New York session, you wanted to also wait for the retest of the same area. Did we get the retest? Yes, this is the rejection, because market does not really have to go back to the same 560 and retest it, right? But now we created a new high and we created an equal high. We were tapering on the top, but do we want to take a trade when there is no clear structure? Because there is a small like there was a small impulsive candle here, because you can see here there is a fair value gap on 5 minutes, right? So what people would do is we will use this as a point of entry for long, right? So every time market retested this, we can go long here, right? You can see retest 1, go long, retest number 2, go long, right? But this is your PT1, like you can have this as a TP1, right? So but where is your second TP is going to be here, but do we get that retest? No. So how long you want to hold it, we don't know. But what happened is the actual retest of the value low happened here. That close is very, like, look at this candle. We have a top wick on the lower time frame. We can see that it actually swept the equal highs. It actually swept the equal highs and closed below here. Look at here, when we closed here, next candle is a very bearish candle, and we created a fair value gap here too, right? So what happened here is, like, we can mark it down here to see what is really happening on the next retest. You can see the retest is rejected the high of that fair value gap, the second candle on that. All right, so when we retested it, we rejected it. Then we can see the price started to give us a direction here. Look at here, like sweep and all the way back to the almost lower of the day, right? So we invalidated that 5 minutes fair value gap and we closed below here. So the criteria for you to add into your playbook, like if you need to wait. First, you need to wait for the market to build a structure. Second, you wanted to mark down the equal highs or equal lows, and wait for the key criteria is wait for the liquidity sweep. When you get that liquidity sweep, then you wanted to see if there is any fair value gap, right? So if there is any fair value gap, you mark that fair value gap, right? That's a criteria too. Then the third is very important, is what is happening at that retest. Are we rejecting it, or are we accepting it? If you rejected and accepted that fair value gap, then you can enter. So criteria number 1, liquidity sweep. Criteria number 2, fair value gap, and number 3 is retest. Once you have all this aligned, you can enter and take profit on the next pivot. So you can use your next lower high or higher low, so whichever direction you're taking. So this is very easy play you can have in your playbook. If you want to have plays like this, technical analysis, like and share, comment your favorite play, and I'll break it down for you. And thank you.